Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about diet strategies. I'm your host, Strong John from Strong John Fitness. So today we're going to cover how to spread your calories out through the week based on your lifestyle and what's going to be easiest for you to adhere to. So for some people, it's going to be 7 days of the same. For some people, are going to need a different strategy. We're going to go through an example of a client I've worked with in the past. Hopefully this will help you determine what the best strategy is for you. Let's get right into it. Today's example is a 150-pound woman. She works a typical 9-to-5 job. She works out 3 times a week. She has a busy social life. So the one thing with her is she's really struggled in the past to lose body fat and keep it off. She's done restrictive diets. She's done clean eating. She's tried the fads. She's tried the supplements. Nothing's stuck for a long period of time. So what ended up happening with her is before we started working together, her calories were set super low, but there was no strategy involved. So she'd have really low calories, really restrictive, and then she'd go through binge cycles. So if you've ever had anything like that, you know what that feels like. It's really tough to overcome a restrict and binge cycle. So what we did is, based on the week that she had coming up, we had a few different strategies that we worked with. Hopefully these will resonate with you and work with you as well. So just some more background information. Her maintenance calories are about 2,000. and her deficit calories would be 1,500. So the 1,500 calories is a deficit in every single day. Over the course of the week, that's 10,500 calories. Now, that might sound like a lot, but over the course of 7 days, again, it's only 1,500. So something I need you to wrap your brain around for this video and taking this concept is weekly calories. So it's not so much about each day as it is for the entire week. So we'll go through the first one. The first strategy is for those who know that they're going out on Friday nights and Saturday nights and they need more calories. They're gonna eat more, they're gonna drink more than normal, and they're okay with eating and drinking less during the week. Well, hopefully they're drinking less during the week, but they're okay with having a bit lower calories during the week if they can enjoy their weekends a little bit more. So that's where the 5-2 method comes into play. Now, if you'll notice, she's at 1,200 calories 5 days of the week. So what I did was, we took the 1,500 average deficit. I subtracted 300 calories for 5 of the days. That leaves her another 1,500 calories bonus. That's like another day of food. So what we did with that is we added it to these days. So Friday and Saturday, she gets another 750 calories on top of her normal 1,500. What would it be her normal 1,500? This is gonna allow for so much more flexibility. And during the week, all she has to do is make sure that she's hitting her protein intake and just being consistent. And while 1,200 calories it's a scary number and people are like, well, that's too low. It all depends on the individual, all right? 1,200 calories for me sounds like a death sentence as I'm 220 pounds. 1,200 calories for this woman worked well because the weekends were higher. Now, she didn't need this strategy every single week. So something else, when her life was more chill, she didn't have events going on, she wanted to just stay in on the weekends and relax, and she didn't want to be so restricted during the week, is we did just the 7 days. So every single day of that week was 1,500 calories. All right, so it makes it very simple, very consistent. You can eat the same meals over and over again. There's little variety, there's less confusion, there's less chance of messing up, there's less guessing involved because every single day's calories are the same, the protein's the same, the carbs the same, and the fats are the same. So if you're okay with eating roughly the same every day, same volume, same amount of food, weekend or not, the 7-day strategy is probably best for you. If you're big on social life, I know the summer is gonna be coming up soon in the spring, you're gonna have events you wanna go to, the 5-2 method is really good for that because you have extra calories to work with for those events. And with the 5-2 method as well, just as an aside, this can be a 6-1 if you want it to be. It just depends on how you want to play your calories. As long as at the end of the week, it adds up to, for her, it was the 10,500. So if you have a wedding that you're going to and you want to save so many calories for that wedding, by all means, this could be another 1,200 and that wedding day could be 3,000. How you play with the numbers across the week matter most. The last method, we didn't do too often. I don't do too often with clients just because I feel like with people's schedules, things can change in an instant. If you have kids especially, or if you have to work late and you have to miss the gym, that messes with your calories for that day. Even if we planned, which in this strategy is higher calories on training days and lower calories on off days. This again is very individual dependent. I've personally never used this strategy. If I've had like a hockey tournament or something crazy, then I'll have some extra carbs, but I've never planned a strategy like this for myself. It's usually one of these two. So with her, again, 1,500 calories is her daily deficit. So what we did was, this is a training day, this is a training day, and this is a training day. So her training days were pretty much locked in place when we used this. It was very easy for her to stick to. 1,700 on Mondays. So what we did was we added 200 to the training day and we took away 200 from the next day. And she had an average day, then we did 200 plus for the training, minus 200 for the rest, and then again we repeated it. So again, the days don't matter. We're not training 3 days in a row, which is key because you want to recover. So the workouts are pretty spread out. But if you wanted this 1,500 to be here or this 1,500 to be here, again, the most important thing is the end of the week, it adds up to 10,500. That's the weekly calorie allotment for her to stay in this deficit. Now, other strategies you can work within these: intermittent fasting, which is you can only eat for a certain amount of time, low carb, no carb, high fat, carnivore, and like those diet strategies I'll get into another video. This, I just want you to understand the concept of weekly calorie intake instead of stressing over daily calorie intake. What can happen a lot of the times is we'll have this 7-day strategy, fine. All of a sudden, they want to go out. Friends like, yeah, we're going out, we have an unplanned event, and the client, you'll go out, and then you end up intaking, say, 2,500. That's 1,000 more, and you're like, holy shit, I fucked this week up so bad. Let's make Sunday a screw up day as well. No, that's not what we do, right? We take that in stride. The number's a little high, fair. If you want to subtract some from this day, you can. You don't have to. You might be over a little bit on that week. Just make sure the next week we're back on track. That's all. One-off days are going to happen. Shit happens, life happens. It's important not to stress about the minutia. When you're consistently hitting those weekly calories, over time, you're going to see results. It's as simple as that. So whatever strategy you want to use, you don't have to be married to any of them. You can do this one week, this another, and this another. And in the fourth week, you can do whatever you want. Whatever's going to help you hit your calories each week, whatever fits your lifestyle, whatever fits your budget. It really depends on you. So that's the diet strategies in terms of calories across a week. One of the next videos coming up is going to be diet strategies in general. So like keto, low carb, high carb, carnivore, intermittent fasting, flexible dieting, all that fun stuff. So if this makes sense, if it was helpful, definitely leave me a like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next video.